As I was developing my game, Squid Experience, I noticed a lot of people were really bad at the game. So what I wanted to do was add a short tutorial at the start of each game that explained how to play the game. I've already added one for the red light green light game, but now I want to create one for the honeycomb game. And for this cutscene, what I want to do is there's gonna be a Squid Game guard that comes on to the top of this slide right here, and then he's gonna be like, yo guys, today I will teach you how to play honeycomb, and then he will fall off the slide and he will die. And then there's gonna be another dude like right here, and he's gonna be like, yo, did this dude just die? And it's gonna be hella funny. And then after that, they'll get back to explaining the game like normal. All right, let's get started. Yo, I just animated the guard walking up the stairs, and for some reason it turned out hella good. Dude, look at this. Isn't that so satisfying? All right, let's keep going. All right, here's some progress.
Hello everybody! You will now be playing Honeycomb. Let me show you how to play.
That was 1,000 lines of code. That 5-second clip was 1,000 lines of code. But what I want to do now is when he hits the ground, the cookie's gonna fly out of the container, do a front flip, and then land directly on his head. So it's hella comedical. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's finish the rest of the animation. Alright, the animation is finally finished, and here's how it turned out.
Yo, did this dude just die? Yo, this shit kinda good. Alright everybody, in this game, you must cut the shape out of the cookie without breaking the cookie. Good luck.
Now we're gonna playtest the game and see if people are still bad at the game after adding that tutorial. So basically how to play the game is you just have to trace out a shape, and once you're done tracing out the shape, you're free to move around and do whatever you want while you wait for everyone else to finish. So we'll know when someone else is finished when they start moving around. Alright, we got one person who passed. Alright, we got another person and another person who just passed. Alright, that is very good. Alright, we got another person who passed. But for some reason, out of all 10 players, only 5 of them passed, which is very odd because this game is so easy. So what happened to these other 5 players? I decided to add a spectate feature so I could spy on the players and see what they're doing. That way we can figure out what's going on and uncover the reason that these players are so bad. Alright guys, I've just added the spectate feature, and now we can see what the players are doing. After about 100 seconds, these dudes were still cutting out their shapes. These dudes took 100 seconds to trace out a shape. Bro, y'all are actually stupid. How are y'all this fucking bad? What has this dude been doing? Does bro think she's in that actual Squid Game where she dies if she makes a mistake? Like, bro, hurry up. You have like 10 seconds. As I was in the middle of doing that, I went onto Roblox and saw something insane. I just looked at Roblox and people are already making games for the season 3 games of Squid Game, like the jump rope games. The movie hasn't even released and people have already made games on the season 3 games just from the sneak peeks that they've shown in the trailers. So guys, what I want to do is create the jump rope game for Squid Experience. I didn't know people would already be making games, but we gotta go. We have no time. We have to be the first person to make this game. Let's go. We got no time, guys. Alright guys, so the mechanics for the girl have finally been finished. As you can see right here, we can have her spinning in a circle just like this, which will be how she looks when she's spinning the rope. And now what we're gonna do is add the actual rope and add another girl and attach the rope in between 2 girls and make it spin around. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so we just created the rope, and as you can see, it's being swung around, and this is extremely cool. And the next thing we're gonna do is finish the rest of the game. Alright guys, so the game is finally finished, and here's some gameplay. As you can see, it looks super fun. The map is super beautiful. Shout out to ZVU for creating the map. And guys, it's pretty much finished. Now the next thing we gotta do is create the thumbnail for the game. So I made the thumbnail and also uploaded the game. But as you can expect, people were so bad at the jump rope game for no reason. Like, this game is literally so easy. There was literally 40 people in the game, and I was the only person who didn't die during the jump rope game. So I had to make it significantly easier by basically giving people unlimited lives. Like, each time you get hit by the rope, you lose a life. Each time you jump over the rope, you get a life. And like, basically, you would need to get hit 5 times in a row to actually die, which is statistically impossible. However, later on in the match, if you end up playing this game again, the next time it'll play in hard mode and you will only get 2 lives. So it's way harder. And then the third time it'll be 1 life. But unless the game goes on for super long, you're never gonna get to that point. But yeah, if you guys want to check it out, it's available in Squid Experience. I'll leave the link in the description. And yeah, I will see you later. Goodbye.